Hello, Pokmultiverse here, and this is Mono Black against Black, Red, White Vampires. And it's gonna be me against my friend Luis, and it's gonna be 5 rounds, and we're gonna sideboard sometime in the middle. I don't know. This is my first time doing this. So, Temple Garden playmat. Everything's all set up. So, how do you want to roll?
High.
High roll? You're boring.
Go closest to 7.
Closest to 7?
Closest to 7.
If you could hear that, that was my friend David. We're kind of all just in my TV room doing this.
Blue.
Get the dice out, will you? David? Or Luis? Whoever? Doesn't matter. So a 10. We're doing closest to 7?
Yep.
Okay. So you're 3 from 7. Way to go, Luis. You dropped 1.
You are a winner, sir.
Cut this. I got a 2. I think Luis wins the roll. Play or draw?
I will play.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So I'm definitely going to keep this. With my deck, really what you want is at least 2 lands in the opening hand. So I got that required.
Alright, and I'm good.
Okay. So Luis is on the play.
Oh.
I will shock a Blood Crypt.
So you go to 18.
Tap it to put out a Stormkirk Noble.
Stormkirk Noble.
Go ahead.
To a swamp, and usually what I would like to do here is Tragic Slip, because that thing grows pretty big, but we don't have that, so all I can say is pass turn, and we'll watch what Luis does.
Oh my. It wasn't a lie.
Lay down this Blood Crypt tapped. And swing for 1.
Okay, so I'll be going to 19, and his Stormkirk Noble gets a counter. Do you pass turn?
Yep.
Alright. Draw. I'm going to lay down a land, and then we can put out a Butcher Ghoul, which is quite nice because it's Undying, allows it to block, and then come back stronger. Obviously, the Undying mechanic. Pass turn. Usually nice.
Top retreat. Vampire Nighthawk.
Vampire Nighthawk.
Swing for 2.
Block. Undying. Do you say go?
Yep.
Alright. So, we're actually in pretty good condition. I've drawn into quite a nice amount of land. Vampire Nighthawk, I don't really have anything for it right now. I usually have more kill spells. But 3, and we'll put out a Geralt's Messenger.
Go to 16.
And pass turn. That's really all we can do. So, next turn, I'm probably going to do this card right here, which is going to help out a bit. 4 mana, what he can do is he runs cards like Olivia Voldaren and War Leader's Helix, which could be issues. Really any burn spell.
Mizium Mortars.
Mizium Mortars, take out the Butcher Ghoul. Then 4.
Yeah, and I'll give Stormkirk Noble double strike.
So another 3. So I'm at 12. And for those of you who aren't too savvy, when Stormkirk Noble deals combat damage, you put a +1. So when you give him double strike, what'll happen is he'll deal damage, and then get a counter, and then deal a second set of damage. So he gets 2 counters. It's a lot like Markov Blade Master, except it's like, I don't know, the ghetto version. So what we'll do here is we will pay 4 to put out Disciple of Bolas. It enters, I target Geralf's Messenger, so I sacrifice it to gain power. I gain X life and draw X, where X is the creature's power. So Geralf's Messenger, I'm going to gain 3 and draw 3, and Undying will trigger, so it'll re-enter. Luis will lose another 2, and I draw 3 cards and gain 3 life. I go up to 15, and that's that. Pass turn.
Go ahead and swing growth.
Right. Stormkirk Noble cannot be blocked by humans. Okay. So that's 6.
Roll 2.
I roll 9.
It's a counter. Bloodline Keeper.
Bloodline Keeper. Check. My go.
Yes.
Okay. So we kind of have a bit of a problem. So I have a few options here. What I really want to do, though... It's tough. Quite a few options. He has a 3/3 and a 2/3 flyer. Cards in hand?
1.
Single card. So what we'll do is we will put out a Desecration Demon. And pass turn.
Cards in hand.
6.
Shock. Blood Crypt.
Okay.
Go to 14.
Yep.
I'll go ahead and tap Bloodline Keeper for a vampire token.
Yeah, those are the best 2/2 vampire tokens we have, apparently.
And I'll go ahead and tap out. Play Rakdos Return for 4.
For 4. Discard 4 cards. I can only keep 2. I like those 2, so I'll discard these. Swamp, Grizzlebrand, Geralf's Messenger, and Nicaeus.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead and pass turn.
Combat?
Yeah, go ahead.
Main phase 2. We're in a tricky situation here. What I'm going to do here is I will do Disciple of Bolas, targeting Disciple of Bolas. Gain 2, draw 2. That's a wonderful hand. I guess pass.
Okay. I'll go ahead and tap Bloodline Keeper. Second vampire. And I will pay black to transform Bloodline Keeper
Yep.
into Lord of Lineage. And I'll go ahead and swing for... let's see. I'll pass turn.
He will pass turn. So, not really the best situation to be in right now. So what we'll do is this. Tap 2 to put out a Blood Artist. And then we will ultimate price, Lord of Lineage.
Yeah.
Blood Artist triggers, he loses a life, I gain a life. I'm at 8, he's at 13. Combat?
Yep.
Will pass turn. I can't really safely attack into his wall of vampires.
And I drew what I needed. Stronger Captain.
Strong for Captain.
Everything.
Everything? Well, Messenger, Block, Stormkirk, Noble, and then Desecration to the Nighthawk.
Okay.
So, 2 Blood Artist triggers.
Go 11.
Take 6. So I go to 4.
Go up 3 due to Nighthawk.
I go.
Yeah.
So, what I really need to draw here is a Mutilate.
That would not be fun.
However, that is not what I drew. So I'm fairly certain that that's game. We can do 3, 6, 9. All overhead. And I don't think I can do anything about that. What I needed was that 6 land. That's really what it was. Let's go on a whim. Disciple of Bolas, sacrificing Disciple. I gain 2. And draw 2. Blood Artist trigger, so I go up to 7.
Go to 13.
2. And not a land. And so next turn he flies over for 9. That's game.
Alright.
So we move on to game 2. When he Rakdos returned, I held on to Disciple, thinking I needed it to draw cards for me, and then I drew into 3 more Disciples. So that was not too good. Yeah, we're using life dice. If you happen to notice reaching over for some reason, it's calculating life. Of course, you probably already assumed that one, being the intelligent viewers you are. I will be on the play.
Alright.
Okay. We've got 3 land, so I'm gonna keep this one. Say go.
Say go.
Cool. So, turn 1 without a Stormkirk Noble is fairly good. Say go. Stormkirk Noble.
Go ahead.
End step slip.
Yep. Yes.
Do third swamp and say go. So if I can draw into 1 more
Say go.
swamp, we'll be in business. Desecration Demon.
Yep.
Say go. Desecration Demon lives through most of his damage spells. He has Dreadbore, which I'm going to see right now.
Go ahead.
And that's about that. Get Swamp. Desecration Demon. And say go.
Shock of Blood. Crit.
Okay.
Bloodburn of his Copa.
Cool.
Pass turn.
Okay. Draw. Blood Baron poses a bit of a problem due to pro-black. It's usually an issue. Lifelink as well. It's just not a good card, to be honest. Combat?
Yeah.
You don't want to sacrifice?
I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah. I
Okay.
can afford the 6.
Alright, well, we'll move on to main phase 2 since he wouldn't take the bait. Disciple, target Desecration Demon.
Yep.
Gain 6 life and draw 6 cards, so I go to 26. And let's draw something good. 3, 4, 5, 6. We can do a Butcher Ghoul and pass turn. Blood Baron poses a huge problem since it can't be targeted.
Clifftop Retreat.
Yep.
Bloodline Keeper.
Bloodline Keeper, check.
Swinging for 4.
Alright, I go to 22. I go up to 22. Pass turn.
Yep.
Okay, let's see what we can draw. Not too bad, I suppose. There have been worse. Let's, do a Cryptghost for 4. And then we can tap for 2 mana do the Cryptghost and put out a Blood Artist.
Mm-hmm.
And I suppose there's really little point in attacking. I suppose we pass turn. Because I'm afraid of Boros Charm.
Shop this Sacred Foundry.
Okay.
Go to 20 life. Blood Baron Viscopa.
Viscopa. In response, ultimate price?
Indestructible.
That's what I thought.
I'll swing in for 4.
Yep, I go to 18.
Go to 24. Pass turn.
What we're looking at is 11 damage next turn, if I can't do something about this board state. Plenty of mana. We got land for days. But Blood Baron is kind of a problem. Murder with an Extort.
In response, I'll tap it.
Yep. So Blood Artist triggers. So you lose 2 and I gain 2. I go to 20.
2.
Yeah. Extort.
Ah, right. Yes.
Plus Blood Artist.
Mm-hmm.
Then I suppose we'll Tragic Slip with an Extort on the Vampire token.
Yeah.
Just to keep the field from getting cluttered. Blood Baron is enough. So another 2. I go up to 22.
Go up to 20, or go down to 20.
And he's just going to gain that back next turn. That's the only problem. So, the only thing we can do here is pass turn. It's not a very good matchup when the opponent is main decking something with pro-black.
Visium Mortars overloaded.
Overload. Okay. So we have 4 Blood Artist triggers.
Yep. Go to 16.
And Undying.
And swing for 8.
8. Go to 18. Go to 24. My go.
Yep.
Not at all what I wanted. Butcher Ghoul. Attack for 2.
Go to 22.
Say go.
Swing for 8.
Yep. Go to 10.
Go to 30. 10 tens.
Yeah. I go. And that's game. I have 2 murders and a crypt ghast.
Another Boros charm.
That didn't even matter.
Well, like, I mean, that pro black.
Yeah, that's pro black is what mattered.
That sucks so bad that it's already a mono black and it's just like pro black.
So now we go to sideboarding.
Wet.
Victim of Night's not going to be good because his deck is entirely vampires. And Mutilate is absolutely necessary.
What are you talking about?
So we're going to bring 2 Mutilates in and drop 2 Victim of Nights. Butcher Ghoul seems necessary for his early game. And Disciple of Bolas gives me good life. I need cards, but 4 Silent Bloods are not too necessary, so we'll take those out. Just because they make me lose life, it's kind of a problem. We'll side in Wondrous for pesky spells, and I'm thinking, since it is sort of aggressive in the beginning, we'll do 1 Vampire Nighthawk. I want to bring in Liliana, but I can't really see her doing too much.
And on my side, I think I'm going to put in 2 Slaughter Games because Crypt Ghast is a problem, as well as Mutilate. And 2 Silver Blades to be more aggressive against his stall.
Take Gerald's Messenger out. Entering tapped is not the best thing. That's also a problem. We don't like humans, so let's maybe do a Vampire Nighthawk. And we'll keep 1 Messenger in, because it's still a good Disciple of Bolas target. So, I'll be on the play. We'll see what we can do. Tempted to mull this because I've got 5 swamps and that's way too much. If we don't draw into any creatures, it's no good. But at the same time, I'm not sure if it's worth mulliganing just because of that, because I do have this, which can kind of hold off an early game. You really only want 2 swamps with this type of deck, though. So I think I'm just going to go to 6.
I'll keep. I have a steady 9 base with a few fun tricks inside.
Cut. Oh, look at this. Wow. I don't think it's worth going to 5 over. I think my first hand was more equipped, but whatever. I'll keep. Lead off with a swamp and say go.
Draw down a Godless Shrine. Not shocked.
Yeah. Do 2 swamps and say go.
Untap. I'll lay down this Dragon Skull Summit. Don't know why I'm tapping that. The Stormcloak Noble. And pass turn.
Now we're into some problems because say go. I'm drawing land and nothing to use it with.
And let's go ahead and put down a Clifftop Retreat to get my colors out there.
The scary thing is once he hits 2 whites, he has Silverblade open up to him.
But let's just swing for 1.
I'll go 19.
+1/+1. Go ahead.
That's no good. I could do that, but hardly seems necessary. What we'll do is we'll start off with a Cryptghast and pass turn. See what we can do.
Down this Dragon's Summit. Let's kill that Cryptghast.
The Mizium orders.
Swing for 2.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So now Stormcloak Noble is getting kind of out of hand. We can lay down a swamp. Let's do Desecration Demon. Good top deck. And pass turn. That's actually kind of the top deck I needed to stay in the game.
I'll lay down the Sacred Foundry, not shocked. Dreadbore.
And he has removal options.
Swing for 3. Go ahead.
Okay. We kind of have a problem here. Let's do a Cryptghast. And we'll do a Dark Realms. We'll put her up to 4. To get a swamp. We don't need a swamp, but what this does is it gets swamps out of my library, increasing the chance of me drawing, you know, something that can be useful. I could have straight up used her -3 immediately to get rid of Stormcloak Noble, which seems like it might have been the better play, but if I can hold off for a single turn, it'll be better to have pumped her up, so I'll pass turn.
Lay down this really nice plains. Mizium Mortars.
Yep.
4. Falcon Wrath Aristocrat.
Yep.
Swing this at Lily, this at you.
Okay, so I take 4, I go to 10, and Liliana dies.
And Stormcloak gets a +1/+1.
My go?
Yep.
Murder?
She does.
Say go. That was a misplay. In my mind, I figured either way the Strong Perk Noble was dying. But he has more incentive to keep Strong Perk alive since it's at 5. If he drops a Silver Blade right now, that's game.
Slaughter games mutilate. Just pass. Let's go ahead and hit you for 5.
Okay.
Pass turn.
And 2 Swamps. Now I always get bad mana problems against Louis.
That's 4.
I'll be on the play. This looks like a hand we can keep, just because I have that card. So we will keep this one.
Oh my god.
Same here.
Swamp, here you go.
Sacred Foundry, you go.
And that's also a pretty good card. Here you go.
Sacred Foundry, you go.
Cool. And say go. So now that we drew that 4th land, a lot of things come online for us.
Silver Blade.
Okay. I don't counter spells. Why not black?
Go ahead.
Murder.
That's what I was talking about.
Well, you don't ask for confirmation.
Stealth. Set it down and not sit down.
Right now there's no pressure on us, so what we want to do is we want to try and set up more than try and extend. So we'll do a Crypt Ghast and pass turn. It's a good setup because Grizzlebrand is now online. Woo!
Cavern of Souls, naming vampires.
Yep, no counter spells anyway.
Yeah.
Could have named angels for all I care. Doesn't give him mana if he
Yeah,
does
very
that, though.
true. I mean,
Well, no, it still gives him a generic. He has his colors, I mean.
considering that he kind of plays off of all kill spells.
I would take to differ. Yeah, let's go ahead and
Wants to get out of the way.
kill that off. Go ahead.
Blood Artist and say go.
Oh no, no picture, land draw.
If he had Crypt Ghast still on the field, I could do both of these.
Let's encrypt Ghast.
Okay. Were you afraid of Grizzlebrand being in my hand?
I was just afraid of Crypt Ghast in general.
Oh, okay.
He's too good of a card in your deck.
This counts as a creature dying, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could attack with Bug Artist next turn.
Yeah, I can.
You booster if you send some
Desecration Demon?
Yep.
Say go.
Kind of in a pickle here. It's always good for Billy when I'm in a pickle.
It's always good for any player when their opponent's in a pickle. Usually means they're winning.
Active return for 2.
For 2.
Yeah.
Mmm. 2. Dose. It's depressing. I suppose this is the only option. You only have Blood Artist. Take 2.
Pass turn. No, a big scary demon's gonna hit me in the face.
Combat.
Yep.
6.
Go to 14.
And then main phase 2. Disciple on the demon.
Yep.
I go up to 24. And I will draw 6 cards. Hopefully a land. 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a land, which also allows us to duress. Oh, that's a scary lineup. Let's get rid of the Searing Spear. And pass turn.
Go ahead. David.
I think Luis missed his 5th land drop.
Multiple times.
Yep, I can tell. Best thing to do now would probably be Desecration Demon.
Yep.
And attack for 2.
Yep.
Push him to 12. And pass turn.
Haha!
That makes me feel like he got his 5th land drop.
I got my 5th land drop.
Alright, so we're probably going to see a Blood Baron at the cost of 2 life. Blood Baron.
Go ahead.
Okay. And I missed my 6th land drop.
Imagine if quadruple strike was a thing.
Blood Artist.
Yeah.
Combat.
Yeah.
Doesn't hurt to try. Main phase 2 will put out a Butcher Ghoul. And then pass turn. So from the duress we saw he has another Blood Baron.
Boom.
Dreadlord the Desecration Demon. So 2 Blood Artist triggers.
Yeah. Swing.
4. I go 22.
Yep. Go ahead.
You go up 4. Not bad. On a 6th land drop.
Those blood arts are terrifying.
They really are. I kind of wanna. Blood Baron is a problem. I'll attack for 3.
Good on.
One. I suppose here I will just pass turn.
Play down a blood crypt. Swing for 4.
Okay. Go 18.
Tap 4. Dual Boros Charming.
Okay, so I go 10.
Go ahead. What kind of weird things out of it?
What?
Well,
With the honey in the middle.
definitely held back long enough. I was hoping he would overextend. Mutilate.
Yep, take 5.
And I gain 5. No. 2 Blood Artists. Take 10. I
Oh.
gain 10.
Dang.
And Butcher Ghoul comes back. So I go back up to 20.
That's terrifying.
And
Well, thank-
3 mana left.
Thank you, Blood Baron.
Pass turn.
Keeping me alive there. The honey in the middle is...
So yeah, I was hoping he would put out his second Blood Baron.
Didn't want to overextend.
You had a full hand, my friend. I go. Yes? You have 1 mana. Okay. That's not too awful.
You're considering spearing
Yeah,
if you
Yeah.
had red.
sure I could.
You're a dick.
Do 4. We can Disciple on the Butcher Ghoul, since he's probably not going to be too good right now. Get 2 life, and draw 2 cards, and hope that we draw something good in those 2 cards. We did draw something pretty good. We can lay down a land. We can put out a Messenger. Lose 2 life.
Jesus.
And Butcher Ghoul died, so Messenger will slip, re-enter, lose another 2 life.
Yep.
Whoa.
And that was game. That's how techie you have to get with mono black. You have to tragic slip your own creatures to kill them. Play draw. I would play, obviously.
Near-death experience. Well,
I will keep this hand. It's got a decent curve.
I'll keep this hand just for the sake of... sakes. Mount on. Go ahead.
Swamp, your go.
Okay, let's go ahead and lay down this isolated chapel. Go ahead.
We'll go into a Butcher Ghoul and say go. So this hand ended up curving pretty great. Nighthawk.
How can you...
I go.
Yep.
Okay. Draw a card.
It's everything. Just to be as quiet as possible.
And ultimate price the Nighthawk.
Yep.
I'm going for 1.
Go 19.
Say go.
Oh,
It's
yes.
not much, but that 1 damage ends up being pretty big, actually.
Crit Gast. Well, I don't want to see that desecration there. Not looking forward to him coming out in the party.
I suppose Crypt Gas is kind of scary.
Now you're stuck with the mana you're stuck with. A nice little bubbling. Go ahead.
Telma.
Someone needs to calm down.
Telma.
It's not gay.
It's not. Okay. Let's Gerald's Messenger. Lose 2. Going for 1. Say go. Ah.
Let's go ahead and lay down this isolated chapter.
Just kind of hoping he wouldn't have a move this turn.
Let's go ahead and put a Desecration Demon on that list.
Go for it. You play the card, you do the work. You weren't afraid of me playing Desecration Demon that turn? No? Why not?
Not at all, baby. It's not good. It's not 3 way. You really only have 3?
Do I really only have 3? I should have 4. Yeah. Try and cheat for me.
What do you mean?
So, I think you just went through. So Slaughter Games is just kind of an annoying card.
Yeah.
Cut. Okay. Ooh, that's cute. Blood Artist.
Yep.
I will Sign in Blood. So I go to 18. And I draw 2 cards. And I will swing for 4.
Go down to 12.
And pass turn.
No vampires,
Okay.
obviously.
Stormkirk Noble.
Searing Spear.
Blood Artist trigger. Go to 19, he goes down to 11. I go.
Luis, why do I feel like you developed your eating habits from anime?
What do you mean? Oh.
Even eating chips sometimes.
Lay down a swamp.
That's cute.
Combat.
Yep.
3.
Yep. 8.
Main phase 2. Disciple on the Geralfs. Triggers when it re-enters. Lose another 2. I gain 3. Go to 22. And draw 3. And then let's go ahead and Tragic Slip.
Yep.
And say go.
Well, do you want to know something, Billy?
What?
It's not good. It's not cute, right?
Blood Baron.
Yeah.
So if he didn't pull that, it was basically game for him, because he's at 6 and I have lethal on board.
He does have baby.
Or a swamp.
Weirdo.
I'll do 2 for a Sign in Blood, so I go to 20, draw 2.
Yep. Have a crypt cast effect. Oh wait,
And-
never mind. Yeah, I kind of saw it game that. My bad.
If he blocks, he gains 4 and goes to 10. He'd probably block Messenger, and I'd only do 3. There's no point to that. Wishing he didn't kill off Blood Artist earlier, we'll mutilate. So everything dies except Butcher Bull comes back with a counter. And say go.
That was scary.
It definitely lowers his
Go ahead.
clock, but Blood Baron was a problem. And we can lay down a swamp. Liliana. Put her up to 4 to get a swamp into my hand. And even if Liliana dies to a Dreadbore, that land now puts me up to 8. So Grizzlebrand is online.
Grizzle Brawl.
We'll go for 2 and put out a Butcher Ghoul.
And I will go down to 4.
And I'll pass turn.
And I will get the best top deck ever.
Was it the best top deck? Pass turn.
Yep.
Not that good of a top deck. Interesting.
It's too impressive chip. So do the how to do.
Combat.
Yep.
We'll go for 3.
Go to 1.
I suppose I could have just killed him right now by using Liliana's -3, actually.
You could have killed me last turn actually with that ability to use.
Yeah, I whoops. So that could have been that, but oh well. I like putting Grizzlebrand on the field. Alright, leave me alone. Say go. And I forgot to take up Liliana. I don't give a shit. I have a Grizzlebrand.
How many cards do you have?
3.
Okay.
Fucking Grizzlebrand.
Shock Blood Crypt.
Shock Blood Crypt. He kills himself.
I kill myself.
I cast Murder on you.
Yep. Resolves.
You also tragically slip.
Resolves.
And then I mutilate your corpse.
Resolves.
Wow.